Here I am about to move this beautifully growing Japanese maple again. It's only been planted here in October of 2024. Before that, it was in a container for a few years. Do you enjoy moving plants? I don't, because it becomes a waste of time and resources, not to mention stress on the plants, not to mention putting pressure on my lower back. I would blame myself for not knowing better. I don't enjoy the process, and I also feel bad for the plants and me. Stress on both the plants and me. Later in my gardening journey, I learned that moving plants around was a normal thing. The experts call it editing. Editing? It got me thinking. Do plant people really know what they're doing in the first place? You don't see edits to a construction of a bridge or a house or a car once they are made or built. It also got me thinking, is gardening different? Maybe it's because gardeners deal with living things that have a mind of their own. And depending on their environment, they could go rogue or be nice and tamed. And as gardeners, we don't have full control of what's going on in the underground world. We could take the soil temps, add nutrients, etc., but still don't know a lot about the underground network. My opinion, of course. I am doing root pruning so it could fit better in the container. I guess that's considered a kind of editing. But I'm moving this plant mainly because it's close to the leach field. It's about 7 to 8 feet away. Dumb move on my part, I know. To my defense, I knew very little about leach fields until this year. Still, I take full responsibility for not knowing enough since we acquired this property. Thank goodness it hasn't been planted here very long. You could see the trunk was still somewhat mobile when I was moving it back and forth. Thank goodness for that. I made sure to use the biggest pot I have so the plant will not be in total shock. I could have pruned some branches down to balance with the root pruning, but I decided not to. It's too pretty. Already felt bad I accidentally snapped off a branch. From my experience with Japanese maples, they have been very tough plants and could take a lot of stress put on them. First, I wanted to top dress a container with whatever gravel I had. I knew it would not complement with anything well, but I wanted to be practical and use whatever I already have, then changed my mind last minute. Wanted to have the Japanese maple stand out. I think it deserves to stand out, right? Nothing should distract its beauty. So I decided that pine bark nuggets would work better, plus would break down nicely, less work later on. We'll have to wait until tomorrow. Here I am the next day applying pine bark nuggets I got at Lowe's. The pieces were longer than I wanted, but they still work. Trying to not make a mulch volcano here. And here is the final result. What do you think? This is its temporary location. It's not too hot in this location in the spring right now, but will get really hot come summer, especially in a container and especially with hardscapes surrounding it. So, how many plants have you moved? According to the professionals, please don't feel bad. They have done it too. I have moved many plants myself. The next time you do it, try to use or say in your head the word edit. EDIT. I will remember to do the same. Maybe we will both feel better about moving plants in the future. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something new. Until the next one, I hope you take care. Bye for now.